Hey all, welcome back to Nanotech. Today's topic is microbubbles and their biomedical applications. Let's start with introduction. Microbubbles are small gas-filled microspheres that have specific acoustic properties that make them useful as a contrast agent in ultrasound imaging. Microbubbles are made up of a shell that surrounds a gas core. Lipids, proteins, and polymers are common components of microbubble shells. The core gases are typically air, nitrogen, and perfluorocarbon. Ultrasound imaging with microbubbles. Ultrasound was developed several decades ago as a useful imaging modality, and due to its non-invasiveness, real-time capabilities, and safety. Microbubbles were used as an ultrasound contrast agent to enhance image resolution to distinguish vessels clearly and minimize noise and background signals. Ultrasound has also been employed in nanomedicine and as a therapeutic technique with a variety of therapeutic drugs. Many types of cancers, including breast, stomach, and thyroid tumors, are diagnosed using ultrasound imaging. In addition, joint inflammation, rheumatoid arthritis, and osteoarthritis are treated with ultrasound-mediated therapy. Microbubbles in ultrasound work by responding to the pressure changes in sound waves, vibrating strongly at the high frequencies used in medical imaging. This makes them incredibly reflective, thousands of times more than regular body tissues. This enhanced reflection improves the quality of ultrasound images, giving clearer pictures of tissues and blood flow. Think of microbubbles like musical instruments. When they vibrate, they create different notes or harmonics. Ultrasound machines can be adjusted to pick up these notes, making the microbubbles stand out more in the images. Interestingly, these microbubbles can also be tuned to be easily popped, which can be helpful for both imaging and potential treatments in the future. So, microbubbles not only improve ultrasound images but also have unique properties that can be harnessed to better diagnose and potentially treat certain conditions. Microbubbles can act as echo enhancers and therapeutic agents when utilized as ultrasound contrast agents, and they can play an important role in ultrasound imaging and ultrasound-mediated therapy. Therapeutic effects of microbubbles. One fantastic ability of ultrasound treatment is how it boosts the permeability of cell membranes using something called microbubble cavitation. When ultrasound waves interact with microbubbles, they cause cavitation, which involves both vibration and destruction of these bubbles. This creates effects like streaming and physical impacts on nearby tissues. Let's focus on how this relates to therapy. There are two types of cavitation: stable and inertial. Stable cavitation gently moves the cell membrane, creating tiny flows near cells and making the membrane more permeable. In contrast, inertial cavitation causes the microbubble to collapse forcefully, generating pressure that can create temporary pores in the cell membrane. When an acoustic field acts on a fluid with gas bubbles and these bubbles experience forces, they can be moved across the cell membrane. So, ultrasound treatment, by interacting with microbubbles, can alter cell membranes, making them more permeable, which is really useful for certain types of therapies. When a microbubble collapses during inertial cavitation, it creates intense forces like shock waves and streaming that can break surrounding cell membranes. This effect, known as sonoporation. Sonoporation is like creating tiny temporary openings in cell membranes using microbubbles and ultrasound. This allows therapeutic substances to enter specific cells or blood vessels where ultrasound is directed. It's temporary and helps larger molecules like DNA pass through tissues. Using this effect in therapy has its benefits. By injecting microbubbles into the bloodstream and targeting ultrasound to specific areas, we can minimize drug side effects on healthy organs. This technique also helps deliver drugs more effectively, needing smaller doses to achieve the same effect. Blood-brain barrier. Two powerful techniques, cavitation and sonoporation, are being explored to help deliver drugs through tough biological barriers like the blood-brain barrier (BBB). This barrier, made of endothelial cells with tight connections, protects the brain by controlling what can enter the central nervous system (CNS), keeping out harmful substances. For effective drug delivery, loosening these tight connections is crucial. Researchers have found that using microbubbles with ultrasound can help open the blood-brain barrier, allowing drugs to reach the brain. This non-invasive method disrupts the blood-brain barrier temporarily and locally, offering promising possibilities for brain-related diagnoses and therapies. How does this work? The stable cavitation of microbubbles produces mechanical stress that can make the walls of blood vessels in the brain more permeable, reducing the tight connections between endothelial cells. Additionally, microbubbles under ultrasound exposure affect certain transporters in the blood-brain barrier, which act as functional barriers. This research could revolutionize drug delivery for brain-related conditions like cancers or cardiovascular diseases, offering potential ways to deliver treatments where they're needed most, without invasive procedures. Cardiovascular system. Two severe conditions, stroke and heart attacks, myocardial infarction, are major causes of death. Scientists are exploring an innovative treatment using ultrasound and microbubbles to tackle these cardiovascular diseases. The strategy, called sonothrombolysis, uses ultrasound's cavitation effects to dissolve clots that cause these diseases. Ultrasound alone helps dissolve clots by improving blood flow, but adding microbubbles makes this treatment more effective by enhancing cavitation and sonoporation mechanisms. In sonothrombolysis, the main target is the blood clot causing the problem. Fibrinolytic drugs are often used to dissolve these clots, but they can have side effects and lack non-invasive imaging technology. Researchers are developing a promising technology involving microbubbles coated with clot-dissolving drugs. These microbubbles are engineered to specifically target the clot, delivering the drugs directly to the site. This technique showed success in reducing clot sizes without causing bleeding complications in studies. Moreover, another study demonstrated improved clot disruption using specialized microbubble liposomes combined with low-frequency ultrasound. This non-invasive therapy could be a potential treatment for dissolving clots without harming tissues. These studies suggest that using diagnostic ultrasound systems with clot-targeting microbubbles could be a safe and effective way to dissolve clots, offering hope for treating severe cardiovascular conditions without invasive procedures. Cancer. Ultrasound contrast agents, particularly microbubbles, are gaining attention in cancer diagnosis and therapy. These microbubbles, with different shell compositions, have been developed and used to deliver drugs to treat cancers. They're becoming key in ultrasound-guided cancer therapy for various lethal cancer types such as breast, liver, and pancreatic cancers. In breast cancer, researchers are using specialized microbubbles to assess early tumor response to anti-angiogenic therapy. These microbubbles, designed with antibodies targeting specific markers in breast cancer, allow visualization of these markers during treatment in animal models, aiding in evaluating the effectiveness of therapy. Moreover, combining nanomedicine technology with ultrasound-mediated microbubble destruction has shown promise in overcoming drug resistance in breast cancer. Using a combination of nanoparticles loaded with genetic material to silence specific proteins involved in drug resistance, along with ultrasound-targeted microbubble destruction, increased the effectiveness of chemotherapy in resistant breast cancer cells. This strategy helped enhance drug accumulation in the cells, resulting in more effective inhibition of drug resistance in breast cancer. Overall, these studies demonstrate the potential of using specialized microbubbles and innovative techniques in ultrasound-guided therapies to improve the effectiveness of cancer treatments, offering hope for better outcomes in fighting challenging cancers. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you found this topic interesting. Stay tuned for more intriguing discussions in the future. Wishing each and every one of you a successful and joyous new year ahead. Until next time, take care, stay curious, and keep exploring. See you soon, my friends.